Welcome to the 2020 Center for Tomorrow's Leaders Fellows Commencement Ceremony. Clearly we're coming to you in virtual form this year. Typically we're at Washington Place. And although we're really sad to not be able to be there together, it has been great to be creative and to work with our fellows to celebrate them in this unique way. As you all know, we're living in pretty extraordinary times, and although it can be scary and difficult, what we've been encouraging all of our young leaders, and especially our fellows, is that this is really a remarkable time to learn leadership, to learn resiliency, and to learn how to adjust during this time. And so we're excited for the opportunity for young leaders, for their voice to be heard, and also for their leadership to grow during this time. As the fellows graduate into this new world, they're also joining CTL Vanguard, which is our brand new alumni network. And we're really excited to give you, as our graduates, the opportunity to continue to lead after high school, in college, and beyond. So on behalf of the Center for Tomorrow's Leaders Board of Directors, our Board of Advisors, and all of our extraordinary guest speakers this year, we want to welcome you to the virtual commencement, and please enjoy.
Congratulations, class of 2020. What a journey you have been on through the Fellows Program. We are all so proud of you, and I would love if you would join me in a blessing, a word of prayer. So you can go ahead and bow your heads or continue watching, but Lord, we just come before you and we thank you for this class, God. We thank you for this opportunity that each student has had to grow in their character and learn more about leadership. And so I know that each and every student here is a leader and they are destined for great things. And so we just pray that you would continue to guide them and bless them through this journey as they continue to grow in their leadership, in their character, and continue serving the communities that they are in. So we give these things to you and we pray this in Jesus' name. Once again, guys, congratulations on all of your hard work.
First and foremost, a wholehearted congratulations to each and every one of you. No CTL leader has ever been able to say that they graduated during a pandemic. And as dire as these times may appear right now, I have nothing but optimism for the world that you will create. Because I have seen your grit, I've seen your passion, and your deep caring for Hawaii. You have become leaders. Times like these challenge us to produce fresh new ideas. They require determination to create a sustainable future that protects the earth and provides for its people. We are all being given a tremendous opportunity right now. I have been humbled by my experience with you. I have learned from you, and I hope that you have learned from me. You, our next generation of leaders, inspires confidence in our future. Congratulations again. I'll be watching you.
Congratulations to the Center for Tomorrow's Leaders Class of 2020. Like all of you, I'd rather be there in person to help celebrate, but these times and circumstances are forcing us all to be creative. It certainly doesn't diminish from what you have done and what I know you will do as leaders in the future. As we emerge from this pandemic, we will need young leaders like you who are not afraid to shoulder the responsibility to carve a new future, one that is grounded in the best of our traditions, but not afraid to change and innovate to create more opportunities for all. You are it. You can do it. And I'm deeply humbled and gratified to join with you in this celebration. Keep it going.
Kazuki Mori. Kazuki has the gift of a creative mind. He is the definition of an out-of-the-box thinker, and his passion for the arts and mental health has brought a unique leadership perspective to our team. I've enjoyed seeing the different ways that Kazuki expresses himself, and I hope that he continues to wrestle authentically with uncertainty.
One of the biggest things I learned in the Fellows program is how leadership can be creative. Let me explain. Before going through the program, I used to read a lot of leadership books that taught me about having set traits. Traits such as confidence, poise, and assertiveness that I didn't really have. After going through the program, I learned that leadership isn't about having set traits. Leadership is about the process. Leadership is about the process of practicing values such as compassion and humility, and practicing actions such as inspiring a shared vision and empowering others to act, which has so much space for creativity. There are so many ways where we could empower others to act. There are so many ways where we could inspire a shared vision. You, me, anyone can embrace leadership the day we take action. So is the action going to be something normal or something creative? Thank you.
Michaela is thoughtful, she's passionate, she's insightful. I think she's quiet but has a lot of strategic insight to offer, and I am excited to see how she develops as a leader.
There is no perfect timing to decide when to lead. This is what I've learned throughout my time in the CTL Fellows program. Although I knew the expectation that I would be held to, I never expected the internal reaction that would lead to a battle with myself. Throughout the program, there were times where I questioned my role, asking, what am I doing here? I would keep telling myself, I am not meant to be here right now. I should have waited until senior year when the timing was right. But that's just the thing. There is no right timing. No one is waiting for a perfect leader to show up in the right moment. They are waiting for a leader who can take action in the present and are willing to reach their goal for the common good. Obstacles and mistakes are inevitable. Leaders will eventually fall victim to their own personal battles. But a leader that can get back up again and get stronger for themselves and their people are what everyone will look up to. In the end, we all have a purpose as a leader. We all made the choice to be here. I made the choice to change our now.
Lauren is quick-witted and curious. Her candor and self-reflection have been a refreshing note to see in such a young leader. I know that these qualities will continue to serve her as she grows into tomorrow's leader. Please help me welcome Lauren.
When I reflect back onto this incredible year of CTL experience, it feels impossible to fit everything I've learned into just a 1-minute speech. We've come so far from our opening retreat, and we're not even the same people that we once were in our first few photos together at the Ho'opupu Center. I think at the center we received the first of many invaluable CTL lessons, that character is the foundation of good leadership. From this foundation of character, CTL has taught me how to grow as a leader and equipped me with the skills to succeed. I've learned how to ask good and engaging questions that benefit personal growth and the larger conversation at hand. I've learned how to express myself in a way that will be heard. I've learned about the absolute necessity of accountability in any leadership position. I've learned so many things from CTL, but perhaps most empoweringly, CTL has taught me that leadership comes in different shapes and sizes, and leadership belongs to anybody who reaches for it. A leader is not necessarily born, but grown from a good foundation and from life experiences. I think CTL has been a major life experience that has set me on the path to becoming a better leader who is better able to serve my community.
Liam stepped up this year as our team leader. He always brought a very analytical approach to problem solving and was sure to listen to and include all members of the team in the decision-making process. I appreciated his willingness to take initiative to make sure that we as a team were moving toward our goals. I'm excited to see what things are in store for Liam as he continues to grow as a leader and is able to apply what he's learned toward the change he'd like to see in the world.
First of all, I'd like to thank everyone at the Center for Tomorrow's Leaders for allowing me to be a part of such a wonderful program. I'd also like to thank all of the leaders who took time out of their busy schedules in order to share their wisdom with us. Also, my fellow fellows for making a great experience even better, and my family for being so supportive this year. One of the biggest things I learned from interviewing some of Hawaii's most influential leaders is the importance of passion. We met a lot of different people in a lot of different job sectors, and although they may have had different answers to the questions we asked them, they all had one thing in common. They cared very deeply about whatever they were doing. That is especially important during this pandemic, because with the extra hours being worked in the stressful environment, it's important to remember why we are doing what we are doing. These great leaders showed me it's not easy to be a great leader. But with everything I learned at CTL this year, I think I'm ready to start.
Mika Ishii has talent and intelligence that, in my opinion, will help her to succeed in many of life's challenges. Two things I appreciate about her are her thoughtful contributions that actually spark collaboration, and her agility when it comes to adjusting to changing plans.
As I look through my CTL binder as a recent graduate of the Fellows Program, I realize how much I've grown this past year. The countless pages of notes filled with project checklists and questions scribbled in the margins remind me of all the experiences I've had. As a fellow, I have gained confidence in my leadership skills and learned how I can continue to improve in the future. Leadership is a responsibility, something I must practice in order to become good at. By filtering out unnecessary negativity and taking in constructive criticism, I can be optimistic even while facing challenges. And that's something else I've learned. Instead of looking at something that went wrong as a failure, I can instead look at it as a stepping stone in achieving my goals. Being in the Fellows Program has truly been a blessing, and everyone I have met, mentors and friends, are people I know who will continue to inspire me in the future.
Brandon Yee. Brandon has impressed me with his ability to balance logic and empathy, and to being unafraid of uncomfortable situations. I've enjoyed seeing Brandon's quiet but consistent leadership, and hope that he continues to seek opportunities to demonstrate balanced thinking.
I'm incredibly grateful for the opportunity to have been a CTL Fellow this past year. It has been one of the most rewarding, eye-opening, and life-changing journeys I've experienced. Throughout my time as a Fellow, I've learned numerous things that I will carry with me for the rest of my life. For example, after listening to local leaders in Hawaii like Bettina Manor and Peter Ingram, I've learned that to be a good leader, you must first be a good follower. I've learned to wake up each morning and ask myself what I hope to accomplish and if it aligns with my long-term goals and values. I've learned that you can be the smartest person in the room, but if you can't communicate your ideas clearly, you can't lead others to your shared vision. I've learned to surround myself with people better than me, to become inspired by them, to learn from them, and to celebrate the success of others rather than feel threatened by it. But the biggest thing I'll take away from my year as a CTL Fellow is the need for good character. The foundation of leadership is character. I'm confident that CTL has prepared me well for whatever challenge I face next. I want to thank Ms. Katie and the CTL staff for helping me grow as a leader. Thank you.
Lee is positive, he's funny, he's honest, and he's a team player, and I've really enjoyed getting to work with him this year.
The reason why I joined Fellows was I wanted to do something bigger than just me. I wanted to do something for the community, do something for Hawaii, or do something for the world. I just wanted to evolve that leadership role that I have. And something I've learned from this Fellows is simple, literally ask simple questions, because simple questions can lead to a huge conversation, That's what I've learned. I've learned a lot, but that was the main thing that I've learned. And another thing was my group. Something I've learned from my group was to commit, because when I first started, I was not committed at all, but Miss Kristen, shout out to you. She gave me a talk, and I had to put myself in reality, and I just had to do it, and which I did. So shout out to my group, Mari, Esther, Michaela. Yo, we did it. We got it done, and yeah, that's it. Peace, and you will see me when I do my pledge, right?
Ren Okinaga. Ren's quiet and reflective personality provide him with a keen sense and ability to ask questions that get to the heart of the matter. It's been a joy watching him learn and grow, and I look forward to him using these qualities as he leads Hawaii forward. Please help me welcome Ren.
I joined the Fellows Program to grow my leadership capacity. Throughout this journey, I gained insights and perspectives from Hawaii's top leaders. A key takeaway for me was from Mr. Peter Ingram, who said, "Values are most important. Do the right thing and get there the right way. Be passionate about your purpose." By working with my team, I learned how to collaborate and value diverse viewpoints. I'd like to thank Miss Katie, Miss Sheena, all of the coaches, presenters, and my mentor, Miss Rachel. I'd like to give a special shout out to my brother Ross, who inspired me to join the CTL program. To my fellow class of 2020, it's been an amazing experience. Together, we will make a positive impact for Hawaii.
Vivian Hui. Vivian brought a lot of passion to our team with great ideas and out-of-the-box thinking that helped provide unique perspectives on the problems that we faced. I particularly appreciated this as it ensured that we as a team were thorough with our problem analysis as well as creative in developing our solutions. This ability to think creatively will serve Vivian well in the future and undoubtedly make her an asset to any future team she is a part of.
Hey guys, after a busy but wonderful year, I'd like to say that my biggest accomplishment was graduating from CTL. I've learned a lot throughout my leadership journey from several people all around the island, and being a part of the Fellows program has been very memorable. It has also given me the opportunity to hone my leadership skills in a way that would change my livelihood for the better. Though I would like to say that I'm a better leader than I am from our time at opening retreat back in August of last year, this is just the beginning. I will continue to strive to be a better person, student, community member, and most importantly, a leader than the day before. Last but not least, I would like to thank my fellow classmates, family and friends, the leaders of Hawaii, and our beloved coaches and advisors for everything that they've done. Truly, without everyone, my year would have paled in comparison, so thank you so much.
Kristen Brown is one of the most delightful and encouraging people I know. The solutions she comes up with for everyday challenges are refreshingly creative, and she has a strong ability to inspire others to action.
Before joining the Center for Tomorrow's Leaders Fellows program, I thought leadership was a straightforward path, directing others towards a common goal. That was the plan. However, after having gone through the program and learning what leadership truly means, I found my perspective to change. Leadership isn't just directing others towards a goal, but it is communicating to your team what it is you expect from them, and in turn asking them what they expect from you. Leadership isn't talking more, it's listening more. Leadership is to have faith in a time when faith seems scarce. Lastly, to be a leader is to see a vision, to see your vision when no one else does. I am so grateful for Center for Tomorrow's Leaders for allowing me the opportunities to speak with my community leaders and to make lifelong friendships and to teach me skills that I will use for the rest of my life. Thank you, Center for Tomorrow's Leaders.
Cora Lau. Cora reminds me of an oak tree. Her leadership is sturdy, dependable, and talking to her gives you the sense that she has a deep root foundation of values. I've enjoyed seeing the fruits of Cora's deep thinking and hope that she continues to lead with purpose and integrity.
This past year in the Fellows program has been both fun and enlightening. I've enjoyed getting to know all of the other people involved with the program, as well as many of the other experiences with the monthly meetings, Leadership Academy, Government Day, and all of the moments in between. I have learned a lot through CTL and this Fellows program, specifically about Hawaii, leadership, and myself. One of the many things that I've learned through this program is that the leaders that Hawaii needs are the leaders that pursue a need in the community and have a true passion for the work that they do every day. Seeing this genuine passion and concern for our community through the eyes of the leaders that we've met has inspired me to want to do the same with my life. Without CTL, I wouldn't be able to know this much about leadership or think about myself in this way as a leader and as a person. I hope to, with all of my knowledge through the Fellows program, go and gain some perspective around the world from people and places and come back home to lead. Thank you.
Esther is passionate, she's persistent, she's very reliable, and someone who follows through on her word. I appreciate how she's been the backbone of scheduling for our team, and she's kept us moving along. I think she is someone I really respect as a leader, and I'm looking forward to see where she goes in her future.
The Center for Tomorrow's Leaders is an amazing organization, and I have been blessed to be part of their Fellows program this past year. I have learned tangible ways of how I can improve as a leader, whether through modeling the way, inspiring a shared vision, challenging the process, enabling others to act, or encouraging the hearts of those around me. Mr. Kelvin Takeda, the CEO of the Hawaii Community Foundation, told us that Hawaii leaders are not always those in the front or in the back, but are oftentimes those leading in the middle alongside everyone else. Although I am greatly honored to be able to have so many opportunities to meet current leaders in Hawaii, I'm even more grateful to be surrounded by rising leaders who are so passionate, inspirational, creative, innovative, and even selfless. I want to thank Miss Katie, Miss Sheena, all of our CTL coaches, and everyone else at CTL. I love you all, and I cannot wait to see how we transform the world.
Regina Gwen. Regina has been engaged with the CTL program for a number of years, from volunteer to ambassador, and now to fellow. Her commitment to community continues to encourage me for what our leaders will hopefully retain for tomorrow. Please help me welcome Regina.
CTL has given me endless opportunities to meet new people. One of my favorite people that I've met through CTL was Chief Susan Ballard. I've always been intimidated by police officers, and with her position, it made me even more terrified to be in the same room with her. But when I first met her, I was absolutely baffled at how easy she was to talk to. And one of the things that stayed in my mind after we had spoken to her was that when working with people, you should create an environment where people you're working with can just come up to you and talk to you comfortably. And that stayed in my head because I am a leader for my council, and I want them to be comfortable with coming up to me and talking to me if they have any issues. And I want that to resonate within our entire council. So one of the things I've learned from CTL and the experiences that they've given me is that when you're working with people, make sure that everyone is comfortable and that the environment you create is comfortable as well.
Kellen Tanaka is a sharp thinker with a knack for staying focused on the goal. His willingness to ask clarifying questions and really challenge the process is a valuable contribution on any team.
What I was able to learn largely from CTL was starting with character. That was the first thing that we learned coming into CTL. It's a very basic thing, but you start to realize that there are ways that you can incorporate that character and turn it into leadership, and how to better allow people to try and understand you and understand your character and how to make connections. And CTL has really allowed me to learn that from mentors to teachers to students that have been able to successfully implement that character that they have and develop it to the point that when other people look at them, they're looking at a genuine leader. So for me, that was largely what CTL was able to give to me. The other thing that CTL largely offered me was connections with leaders within Hawaii, leaders within communities, and it really opens an eye as to how many different ways that you can serve as a leader and give back to your community.
Nohea Breeden. Nohea always brought a positive attitude to the group and a willingness to do whatever was necessary to help us be successful. She's a great teammate who could be counted on to not only execute the plans of the group, but leverage her infectious personality to help it thrive. The ability to connect and resonate with people is something I know will serve her well as she continues on her leadership journey.
CTL's Fellows Program was a journey where you gain wisdom and understanding, and a journey that breaks you down to build you back up again. During these past months in the Fellows Program, I learned a lot about myself along with who I want to be. Peter Ingram said, take inspiration from the best and adapt it to yourself, and CTL gave me that opportunity. From Miss Knox teaching us about how coffee equals character, to Mr. Takeda sharing that you can lead from anywhere, not only the front, and Miss Pat Psyche saying, don't be a chicken. A hard truth that was shared was by Mr. Rick Blangiardi when he said, be able to work with people that are smarter than you. And that was a big thing for me to overcome. There was a lot of courage and confidence that needed to be gained. But along the way, we were reminded by Mr. Takeda that because we are a fellow, we are great and have achieved a lot. So with that being said, I want to say congratulations to my other 18 fellows. We started off as strangers and are now friends who are supporting each other and our growth of becoming great leaders. So thank you, CTL, for the great friendships I was able to make along the way, along with the knowledge that was shared. Aloha!
McKenna Kinsler. McKenna has a kind heart, and I've appreciated the thoughtful, organized ways that she's contributed to our team. I've enjoyed seeing McKenna grow into her voice and hope that she continues to use it as she seeks opportunities to step out of her comfort zone for leadership growth.
Hello, I just wanted to start by thanking everybody who has been part of my CTL journey, from Miss Katie, Miss Knox, Miss Lahela, Miss Sheena, and JoJo, to all the coaches, speakers, my project team, and all of you fellows. I'm so thankful of everything that I've experienced over the past year with you guys, and I definitely can't put into a 1-minute speech even a fraction of my obtained knowledge and gratitude towards you all. But I've definitely learned so much about the issues that Hawaii is currently facing, from its environment to its leaders. There's so much in need of attention and improvement, but more importantly, the way that we'll get there is through leaders with a strong foundation of respectable, hardworking, and humble character. And to my fellows, I know this wasn't how our year was supposed to end, but as you all go out into the world as successful leaders, just remember, you don't have to be the best, just be the best at getting better.
Megan Okuma is a leader and a role model when it comes to getting things done. Yet, even more than her accomplishments, I value her genuine desire to listen to others and then skillfully weave those ideas together in order to successfully achieve team goals.
The Center for Tomorrow's Leaders has changed me so greatly in just a year. From meeting the biggest leaders in Hawaii to writing an article in the Star Advertiser, CTL has given me opportunities I am so grateful for. I've enjoyed every speaker, every thought-provoking conversation, every Fellows FaceTime, every part of it. At first, I was apprehensive to join because I thought I wouldn't be able to keep up or that I wasn't good enough. After completing the program, I've not only proved to myself that I am capable, but am on the road to becoming a more compassionate leader. Through talking with Ms. Knox and learning about MyC, I've become more aware of how I encourage others, and I'm learning to make stronger connections with my peers. The journey does not end here, and the path to becoming a great leader never ends. So I will take these practices to heart and bring them with me wherever I go. Thank you, CTL, for helping me grow.
Buddy Leong. Buddy is well informed and committed to sharing his expertise and experiences with his peers. Throughout the project, he's been a committed team member, always willing to help uplift his teammates and share his business, entrepreneurial, and financial acumen. Please help me welcome Buddy.
My number one takeaway from CTL was that I can't always be the leader. Because as someone who is used to being able to always organize everyone and get everything done super quickly, being assigned as not the leader was a very big lesson for me. In the beginning of CTL, when we were giving our pitches which decided who was going to be the leaders for the groups, when I found out that I was not going to be the leader of a group, I was bummed out for about a minute before I realized that this would be a very good learning lesson, which it turned out to be. And the second great thing that CTL provided was access to different local professionals. I found this to be very useful and valuable, since I am someone who aspires to be like them, a business professional in a community that helps everyone out. Being able to interact with them and learn from them and their experiences was very useful to see what kind of person I need to become like them. But yeah, I wish everyone the best. Thank you to the CTL team, and yeah.
I think Mari is so unique. She has come with such passion and energy, and she's able to really keep the focus of the team and keep the priorities in perspective. I think she's someone who's going to be a great leader and a great motivator, and I'm excited to see where she goes.
Hey everyone, Miss Joy here on the Big Island. I'm here at Mari's house, and let's go knock on her door and give her certificate.
This is Imiloa Astronomy Center, overlooking Hilo Town. I came here to film this because whenever I see this place, I am filled with a sense of love and obligation for my community, much like CTL has instilled in me. Reflecting on the past year as a fellow, I am filled with a sense of nourishment. We are certainly equipped with the skills and knowledge to effectively serve and lead our communities towards healthier futures. But more than that, personally, I've experienced significant character development. I have learned that it's not about striving for any certain notion of success, but simply striving to accomplish things greater than yourself. As Rick Blangiardi said, the key is to be the best at getting better. I'm extremely grateful for CTL and everything that it has given me, and as I look around here, I can truly see the opportunities to help serve and benefit my community. Thank you.
We, the Fellows of the Center for Tomorrow's Leaders, hereby dedicate our lives to be servant leaders for the greater good of humanity.
We pledge to go anywhere, do anything, and sacrifice what is necessary to serve God, family, country, and all people.
And as we follow in the footsteps of leaders before us, we will work for the peace and prosperity of the cities and countries into which we are called.
Therefore, we will develop and use our talents, strengths, and abilities to earn the right to be heard and to bring words of hope and truth.
We commit ourselves to be in the world, but not of it.
As we refuse to allow society to cause us to waver in our faithfulness to what is true and morally right.
And we commit ourselves to each other, always to encourage and support one another as we grow in humility and excellence.
We offer all that we have been given by God, our fullest potential, physically, mentally, socially, and spiritually,
to become tomorrow's leaders wherever we may be called.